So you've been playing World War 3 and you want to get better, so let's give you some tips. Your recoil in single fire mode is heavily reduced. Now this isn't going to really be beneficial for certain weapons like assault rifles or SMGs at close range, but if you're fighting at longer ranges and you're using something like an M417, then yes, switching to single fire could be really beneficial because it'll be a lot easier to control the recoil per shot, which means you'll be a lot more accurate so you can just take people out quicker. This isn't a bug, this is something the devs snuck into the game a really long time ago to basically give people a reason to use single fire. But yes, at close to medium range, full auto is going to win. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Pterodactyl. I started my channel World War 3 a few years ago now, and I've been playing it on and off, more heavily playing it when it was going through the recent closed beta period. On this channel will be more tips, gameplay videos and streams which I'll team up with people in my chat, so subscribe if you're interested in that. But back to the tips. The repair tool. Press 4 by default to get your repair tool out. It's not something you have to separately equip in your inventory, you always have it, so use this to repair friendly vehicles, and you can use this to damage enemy vehicles, but beware, if you kill, or destroy you should say, a vehicle with a repair tool, it will blow up and probably kill you in that same explosion. But since tanks are really powerful in this game, it's probably worth taking the death to destroy the tank. Equip a laser as soon as possible on your primary weapon. If you check out the attachments, each attachment will say positives and negatives about what it does, and the lasers, not all of them actually show up as a visible laser to the enemy, but they will still give you a benefit. And one of these lasers reduces your ADS time, which means you'll be able to aim down the sight quicker if you have this laser attached to your weapon. So in my opinion, always have that laser equipped, even on your sniper rifle, just so you can scope up a little bit quicker. Equip the heaviest armor when you can. If you have weight left in your loadout, which hasn't been taken up from weapons or equipment, just choose the heaviest armor you can. While it may only give you an extra protection for an extra shot or two, it's worth it. Don't waste any spare weight. Get the best armor you can. The extra mobility you get from having lighter armor, in my opinion, is not worth it. When using the health or ammo packs on the ground, you can hold your interact key and still look around. You don't just need to look at the pack while interacting with it. While you can only look 90 degrees to the left or to the right of where that pack is, it still gives you that extra visibility to see if someone's coming up. You can even ADS and shoot while interacting with the health or ammo pack. Keep an ear out for the announcer when he announces incoming bombing runs or artillery. And when this happens, it could be landing anywhere on the map, but if you're near other people on your team, it's safe to assume that it's heading for you, so get into a building, get cover as soon as you can because you're probably gonna blow up. When you unlock different loadouts, you get a pre-equipped weapon that comes with a bunch of different attachments. Now you can just go in and edit those attachments to whatever you like, but those attachments, if you haven't actually unlocked them yet, you cannot reselect them in your custom config for that weapon. But you can reset the loadout to its default setting, which will include that weapon with those attachments. There is a key at the bottom of the screen which says to reset to default loadout. Remember it because a lot of the times the weapons you unlock in these loadouts are pretty damn good. Tanks in this game do a lot of destruction and can be a real big pain. So when you unlock that anti-tank loadout, which you do unlock pretty early, keep it. Do not get rid of it. I would even say to customize that anti-tank loadout to be even more powerful against tanks, because seriously, that one tank can ruin your day. But if you group up with some other people or have a decent loadout, you can take out that tank. I've even seen people have dual RPG loadouts with 0 armor just so they can quickly get some rockets out on those tanks. Make sure you also equip some anti-tank mines, but make sure generally you have that one loadout which is a tank destroyer. The jammers that you can call in do quite a bit more than just block UAVs. The extra things they do include blocking enemy soldiers spawning on their squad mates, which when you're attacking or defending an objective, it's going to make it a lot easier for you guys if you have a jammer on, because they just can't spawn in. Also, if a soldier is jammed, he cannot use his own strikes in that area, which means that could lead to less artillery or bomber runs being put down while you're attacking a certain point. Again, if there's drones in the area, it messes up the controls for those drones. It can just make the drones just do random movements which cannot be controlled or countered. It can even flip the control scheme for these drones and just keep randomly changing what the buttons do. Also, the suicide drones, which are my favorite drones in the game, it'll make them do 0 damage when they explode or fly into something to detonate. When you use a UAV, keep an eye on your minimap because it will show you where enemy soldiers are, but it will also show you an up or down arrow to show you if they're above you or below you. It's really useful, especially when you're in buildings, because then you can easily identify where the enemy are, but just keep an eye on that. And if you're playing in a squad, I would recommend you get an even split of people using jammers and UAVs, just so you can, when you're say attacking or defending an objective, put down a jammer to jam the enemy's spawns and abilities to use strikes, but also put down a UAV so you can spot where the enemy are. It's going to make your attack or defense on that point just a lot better. You can repair and rearm every vehicle at these vehicle maintenance pads back at your home base. They even work for drones such as the helicopter drone or the land drone. They don't work for the suicide drones. So if you're getting low on armor, getting low on ammo, head back to base, restock. Another thing I like to do in World War III is customize my HUD. I find that some of the icons are a bit too bright or bold, so I reduce their size and reduce their opacity. So I find that there's less like clutter in the HUD, so I can spot enemies better, and the game just generally looks a lot cleaner. So I'd recommend jumping into the HUD options and messing around with it. And lastly, play the objective. Make sure you keep objectives linked so you can actually win the game. If you've taken Bravo 2 and Bravo 1 isn't your objective, head to Bravo 1. Simple as that. You need these objectives linked to win the game. And stick with your squad, because when your squad is in one objective, you actually capture the point faster. And as soon as you start capturing an objective, the enemy cannot spawn on it. So keep heading to those objectives, keep them linked, and you'll just win the game. If these tips have been useful to you, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel for more World War III tips, guides, gameplay and streams where I'll play with you guys from the chat. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.